Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. I think on a day like that, it warrants doing another video on Solana and on the most popular cryptos on this channel. I mean, I always see it looking at the views, which cryptos are most popular on this channel. Among them, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, sometimes VeChain, sometimes Terra Luna, depending on how it's doing. But these are like the main cryptos here on this channel that people want to watch, right? And therefore I think on a day like that we are going to do another quick update about Solana, because also Solana here has so far adhered very well to the direction I indicated already throughout the last few weeks and months, since we have come down from up there. Told you that there is lower prices, we can expect lower prices, and I also told you as long as we are in a downtrend, we are in a downtrend, right? And we don't need to talk about prices coming up as long as we are below this descending trend line here in orange, and as long as we make lower lows and lower highs, yeah? And we are doing that at the moment still. And when we dropped below $75, which was a very important support level, I also mentioned to you here the level around $67. That is exactly where we currently are. You can see here, this is the white support line or resistance line that I put on the chart earlier today. Why was that? Well, if we go to the left-hand side, we can see that this is sort of the area here. I mean, prices are dynamic. I can move it up and down a little bit. Normally, it should be a zone, really, so I should add another level here, yeah, roughly. But this is the area where we had previous support. To be honest, we looked at the VPVR in the last video. It is sort of this whole range here where we had historical support, so an area of historical volume, and that is pretty much, yeah, where we are finding support and where we are hovering around at the moment. So that was expected, that we found a bit of support here in that area. Temporarily, we even dropped below that area, but we're now moving up to that area, maybe finding resistance, maybe just retesting it from below before we continue our sell-off to that ideal level of $55. I've been mentioning it now a few times. $55 is the 78.6% Fibonacci level that is in a wave 2, according to the Elliott wave method, the most likely Fibonacci level to retrace to, together with the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement level, and that would be at $30. So $55 to $30 is sort of the most likely target, and I'm going to, now that we dropped below the 61.8 significantly, I'm going to finally reduce down here this target area a little bit. This is the target area that we have been talking about in November already. Yeah, I'm gonna make that a bit smaller now. It was huge. So let me just reduce that down, because we just move it down to indicate that $55 is now the next target. We've reached the target area anyway. That target area indicated between the 88.7 and the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement levels, that here we could see a reversal anywhere in this area. And now we can specify it further, or I actually specified it further already weeks ago when I told you that $55 is the next most likely target after we just broke through the 61.8% Fib level at $100. And yeah, there we go. Coming down further here. To make it here a little bit clearer, maybe I'll take all of these lines out. They are not interesting to us at the moment. Yeah, we first need to move higher anyway. I leave the $122 line in place here, and $158. Both are very important structurally for the chart. Maybe even here the $143. Yeah, maybe let's just put that one in. These significant swing highs, they would need to be broken in order to I'll make that red as well, in order to really move to new sustainable highs. At the moment, we are sort of hovering just above the target area, yeah, waiting for $55. It's quite funny actually that if you look at the price, yeah, Solana at $66, Cardano at 66 cents. It's quite funny. They really move together at the moment, and it's quite funny. It's really just sort of the with Solana we talk about dollars here. Cardano is cents, but pretty much the value itself is very, very similar. So it's quite funny. Also, the chart structure looks very similar with them. I see that when I make my analysis every day. But yeah, this is pretty much where we are. So still lower prices expected. However, at some point, and I told you already, I think yesterday, 2 days ago, at some point we now need to see a retracement to the upside. I mean, we are massively oversold. The price, the market can hold such an oversold level for a few days, absolutely. but the likelihood that it drops much further just decreases, before we see some kind of a retracement to the upside, before we get the final dump down. So I think there will at least be one more corrective move up before we really dump down here. But we are getting closer and closer, and the message I can give you is the downtrend isn't over yet. In my opinion, not yet. To really be more confident, the downtrend would be over, and I think nobody expects it at the moment. I think nobody expects that tomorrow we go to new all-time highs. But to really see that, we need to drop lower and lower still. I think the $55 level would just be likely, and there we have the next chance to turn around, and at $30 as well. As I always say, short-term corrective moves to the upside always possible, but these would not be any sustainable moves to the upside, and it means we are still in a downtrend. So from here, I mean, currently it's looking like we are retesting this $66 line or $67, $67 zone from below, and if that retest is successful, which means we can't break through again, then we are going to go further down straight away to 55. If you see here maybe the daily candle close above that level, then I think we could retest the $55. That would absolutely possible, and if we break that, we could even go up to $81, which was the previous support. Yeah, and the next support, previous support, now resistance, and to the downside we've got the $55 level. Bear in mind, we're now oversold on all time frames, but we cannot yet see the slowing down of the downtrend. We can't see it yet on various time frames here. Everything's still pushing down. I mean, on the 1 hour, you now see the first signs that move down could be over for now, and we could see a little bit of a relief, but it's too early to say. You see on the 1 hour potential reversal now happening on the MACD and the RSI, but it's too early to say. Yeah, so we need to see some more bullish signals, maybe a bullish candle, a bullish candlestick formation, and maybe a bullish divergence, but we cannot see that yet. And as long as we are below this orange trend line, we are in a downtrend. But so far it's all been working out. Someone has asked me, we need a little bit of motivation, and it would be good to talk a little bit about the longer term targets. Well, I mean, we've obviously been talking here about prices coming down and correcting down into this area since November and December. So looking at this from a wave 1 point of view, so that all of this to the upside was a wave 1, we're currently coming down in a wave 2. The next major wave to the upside should be a wave 3. Bear in mind, nothing moves in a straight line, but in a wave 3, what would we actually expect in terms of price targets? So let me just double check here the fib retracements. Yeah, I think I started at 0 with those fibs. So let's take a look at the fib extensions as well. I just do a rough overview here because, sort of it's a rough guide. Let's just be conservative and let's say the price really comes down to $30, which would be the 88.7% Fibonacci level. Then we can talk here about a minimum target for Solana of $450 in the next major wave up. And yeah, if we get further into this green area, then we can really talk about a 10x for Solana. That would be amazing, but that is the minimum target. Yeah, but that can obviously play out over the course of half a year, and again, I can't tell you when that's going to happen. All I know is that with a high probability this is going to play out after we have completed the correction, and my view currently is that somewhere in the green target area we are going to complete the correction. But it could really be that with what's going on in the world at the moment, this target area could be maxed out, meaning we could actually drop down to $30 before we see a sustainable reversal. And of course, if you don't want to miss that, stay in touch, subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to update you definitely here about Solana. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even my trading course I'm currently publishing on the website www.morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.